Morning and welcome to BT at ThreeSnowhill, the first in BT's Better Workplace programme. With the lease being taken early on this building, our challenge is to take this from mission impossible and make it mission possible. Let's take you through a quick walk around site. Our shared loading bay. Scott, our logistics manager, has got probably one of the most difficult roles on this job. We've got £36 million, 283,000 square foot of floor space and 13 floors. All built with one loading bay, one shared goods lift, building the job through the eye of a needle. Let's go up to the office and meet the team.
Access granted.
With current COVID restrictions on site, every operative needs to come through the temperature check prior to gaining access to site. This is our site office, which we share with the BT project team. It's great for collaborative working and achieving one of our client PD goals. Based on site with myself, we've got 2 TSMs, we've got a design manager, we've got 2 project managers and a wealth of supporting staff. Also, due to the size of the project, we've got a full-time contracts manager based on site. Let's go and have a word with John Bell.
Hi, I'm John Bell, contracts manager for the project. Currently based on site and have been since the beginning of the project. Based on site because it's a £36 million 2-phase job. Phase 1 we won in a tender situation on a 2-stage approach. Started the project at £10 million, final accounted at £14 million despite the BT value engineering experience. As BT was so happy with some phase 1, they decided they wanted to negotiate phase 2. The initial figure we put forward as the baseline document based on the phase 1 figures was £23 million. Their figure they wanted to achieve was £18 million. So a large VE exercise was undertaken. With VE, normally you can annoy the people who have spent months and months putting the design together, so it's a bit of a risky business, suggesting alternatives to their precious project. In this instance though, B2 were up for everything. We challenged every single part of the design. We took out column casings, we took out MEI, SEI rooms. We even investigated, or they asked us to investigate visiting our sites that would be in the middle of the strip out, see if any of the staircases would fit in this building. Obviously that didn't work. We investigated going to knock on restaurants that are closed during the pandemic and see if they got any kitchens they wanted to sell us. That's how far they went with the VE. Phase 2 starting point for the contract sum was £19 million after all the VE. Currently we're sitting at an estimated final account of £22.5 million, so even after they VE'd it, it's still gone up in value. But with the amount of change that's going on the project, it's important that I'm here to capture all that through the interaction with the closely knit team we have in the site office.
So now you've met with John Bell, why don't you go up to one of our construction floors on level 14 and see what Andy and James are up to.
Yeah, it's cool.
Right, okay.
Nice one.
And they're all in as they're meant to be.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
See
Cheers,
you on
James.
12. Cheers.
Thank you. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to level 14. So one of 13 floors that we've got going at the moment. We currently have 5 handed over, so the remainder are live and going through. So I'm going to tell you about a couple of the challenges that we've had delivering the floors or getting into the stage that you can see us now. So the big one for me has been materials, plant. You've got subcontractors. Earlier on you'd probably seen the goods lift that Steve alluded to. All what you see when you're going around site has come up through that goods lift. And if you look at it in kind of quants, if you just look at cable alone for the site, you're looking just under 300 miles, I believe, in cable for the site. And if you look at that as a measurable distance, which I have done looking on the internet, you'll see that from this postcode or this site, BT Birmingham, you can run cable end to end to the new project in Glasgow, BT Glasgow, to the front doors there. So quite a bit of cable. If you look at it from a plasterboard perspective, all the floors, with all the partitions and what have you, cumulatively you could cover 8 football pitches, I'm told, with the amount that we've got. Not to mention floor tiles, again, all this coming up through the goods lift, you're looking over 50,000 floor tiles collectively throughout the project. So it's been a challenge. Some days I've definitely lost it. I've been losing it with contractors getting in, getting out. Also taking into account the firm, BT, you can call them that. And what that is obviously their side of things, getting in, you've got AV, you've got all their furniture going in and being installed on the floor plates as well. So communication's been a big part of what we do on the project to keep everything going and feeding all the floors simultaneously. So I'll leave you with that. I'm off up to the next floor up now to have a catch up with James and see where we're getting on design-wise up there. Thanks very much.
Welcome to level 7. This space was completed in December 2020 and provides one of BT's welcome, relax and refuel spaces. As you can see, there's a variety of settings which work perfectly with BT's Better Workplace programme. To the right of the space, the T-point and high bar is one of the main settings and is designed to encourage collaboration. The suspended planter is aligned over the high bar, and in the final scheme, the planting completes this feature. Now, one of the biggest challenges with this area was ensuring the joinery, lighting and tiled floor all aligned, as these features have a real key relationship. In the centre of the space, there is a mix of seating styles to provide staff with different settings to relax and work. Now, due to the exposed ceilings in these areas, acoustics were key. So with our subcontractors, we've developed a bespoke wavy acoustic baffle system to absorb all the ambient sound. Now, getting the acoustic panels to align with feature linear and pendant lights was risky business. It took a lot of coordination to get right. The third area is the booth seating area, which completes the cocktail of spaces. This space is defined by feature floor finish and also a wall graphic. So the final feature of this space is the 30-metre long mesh ceiling, along with matching linear light fittings either side, completing BT Purple, which are designed to appear to disappear into oblivion.
So here we are on level 16, a floor which presented its own challenges, being at the top of the building. We've got a catering facility and event space above us, but enough from me. Why don't we hand over to a few good men who are delivering this space.
So this is level 16 and level 17. These are the two feature areas and floor spaces for the building. These have been far and away the biggest coordination challenges that we have. Level 16 is a new kitchen and restaurant facility with dedicated services and a new plant room on the floor plate. It also has a full restaurant facility with multiple dining seats. There is a co-working space. Level 17 is meeting suites, training rooms, open plan function areas and a town hall auditorium. The design has been a real cocktail with numerous design disciplines and facets to pull together. All of level 16 is exposed ceilings except for the back of house kitchen. Level 17 is a real mix of solid ceilings, inset grid, accessible acoustic rafts, and the town hall space has an exposed ceiling with acoustic baffles in multi-directions and lots of services in. So we've had to take the Stage 3 design and to work closely on some design issues that the base build has brought up. The steelwork drawings we were given at the start of the project were incorrect. There's no castellations in some of the beams. The floor to ceiling heights are different. And this has really affected the M&E design. Then there are the others. We had to consider feature lighting, data, fire alarm, sprinklers, AV. The town hall has a number of drop-down screens appearing out of that ceiling. All coordinated within the complex acoustic baffle arrangement and a varying colour coordination of ceilings, acoustically sprayed soffits, painted steelworks, even lighting finished in BT indigo and open reach green colours. In fact, the only colour not used is probably magnolia. So, developing the design has been almost like Mission Impossible 2, 3 and 4 at times. I think we're on iteration 6 of the design for the town hall at the moment. We've managed to do that by working closely with the client and their designers, whilst also working very hard to keep the value engineering aspect of cost control, which is a key element of the client's demands on this job. They're even looking to implement a staircase linking the two floors of 16 and 17 together, which Richard will talk you through from here.
The logistical challenge with the staircase is that the stringers are 10 metres long and have to come in finished. There's obviously no lift big enough to take them, which means they've got to come from down there to up here. It will be an eyes wide shut, open for no shattered glass moment when that day comes around. That's nothing compared to what we had to do on the roof. We were challenged with bringing 20 tonnes of equipment from the ground to 100 metres up onto level 18. Just use a massive crane, you might think. It wasn't as simple as that. Due to the proximity of the site and the number of lifts it would have taken, it would have been creating days of disruption for the local train, road and tram network. Fortunately, we came up with a way that meant it could all be done in under 2 hours. And it went viral. The only problem is we haven't been able to get rid of the pilot ever since.
Helirig has been invited by Overbury to take a look at the possibility of lifting some equipment by helicopter onto a roof in central Birmingham. Overbury are fitting out ThreeSnowhill with some critical infrastructure for BT, and due to its location, it's proving really difficult to site a mobile crane to do this lift. A mobile crane would potentially close roads for several days. With a helicopter, you could be in and out in a matter of hours.
We looked in detail at the option of using either a crane or a helicopter and found that a crane was completely feasible, but required extensive ground preparation and would have a maximum impact on the disruption of the environment, some 10 to 12 days in total, split over 3 different visits. The helicopter condensed this operation down into just a few hours on a Saturday morning and minimised the disruption for both the local bus network, the trams and Network Rail. The equipment being lifted included the 2 new UPS battery backup systems along with all of their batteries, the new LV switch panels to go with each one, a new GRP housing to cover each individual unit, 2 chillers and a multitude of dry air cooling condensing units to support all of that infrastructure. As well as this kit were also the 2 signs for BT.
The heaviest loads today were around about 4 tonne, just slightly under. The UPS batteries, some 14.5 tonnes of them in total, lifted up at 4 packs at a time, which were just about 3.8, 3.9 tonnes. We've had a fantastic day of lifting. We've done this in literally hours. It's been brilliant.
So Steve, sitting here on this nice sunny day in Birmingham, looking at one of the largest and longest client cornerstones I've ever seen on a project. What did you find that was the hardest part of that cornerstone to deliver?
Collaboration, John. We started back in January last year on the precipice of a national lockdown, and being awarded the project 2 days before that lockdown. Everything was virtual. Communicating with the new client team was extremely difficult.
No one knew what Teams was back then, did they?
I think we all soon found out, and we learned very quickly, and continued with the innovation on site, which was also set out as one of our cornerstones by the client team.
Okay, Steve, the next one of the part of the cornerstone is the quality costing program. I can obviously talk about costs forever and a day on this job. I'll leave you to talk about quality and program.
Quality, John, well, that's easy. We just we strive to deliver the best in everything we do at Overbury. Nothing changes here. Program, well, that proved to be more of a challenge. We started back in June with a delivery date just before Christmas. 6 weeks in, they threw another floor at us.
They did indeed.
Which proved to be about £4 million worth of work. And with COVID and material shortages because of Brexit, delivering the project for phase 1 was proving a challenge. But contracted teams and our own teams pulled together, and we delivered phase 1 of the project on the 7th of December on time and snag free.
The next part of the cornerstone is working collaboratively with the BT team. How did that go?
Fantastic. Part of the site setup, we deliberately set out to make them part of the team. As you know, our original site setup pre-COVID was that everybody was on the same floor plate, and we took up half of one of the floor plates at BT, ThreeSnowhill, sorry, and we didn't change that. We changed the set out, we introduced social distancing, and we kept everybody on the floor plate. That's ourselves and our own team, subcontracted team, and the BT team, and that included all of the staff welfare. It meant that we took a little bit more space on the floor plate, but BT were open to that, and we delivered it.
It was very much a team though on that floor plate, wasn't it?
Oh, a huge part of the delivery of the project was down to the team and the way that we communicated, not only via Teams and virtual communication, but it was by the ability,
walking up the corridor.
Yeah, for the ability for people to come through the corridor, through the door, and just stand at your desk and ask you questions, which happened on a daily basis with program.
They did take advantage of it.
Just a little bit.
So far today then, the last one on the list is the, no one likes it, but 0 reportable accidents. How have we done so far?
Well, 0 reportable accidents.
Cornerstone met. In a couple of years' time, Steve, when this is a distant past memory, what would be your number one memory you take away from BT Snowhill?
Teamwork. Largest project we've done, largest team I've worked with, largest team I've led, working on site alongside yourself, full-time, technical services manager, full-time, design manager, full-time. Unusual situation for Central. The way that we've all pulled together with the project managers, assistant project managers, site supervisors, site support, admin, everybody that's been involved in this project has delivered in spades, and they all deserve a huge pat on the back. We've still got another couple of months to go.
Well, if we carry on the way we're going?
Absolutely, not a problem.
Thank you.
So one of my favourite things about this site setup was the history of BT. I think it was great to see what the journey we'd taken to date, and this new journey we're about to go on. So it's great to see the history of BT and moving on, how we keep going. The helicopter lift did live up to the expectations. It was a fantastic day for both BT, Overbury, and actually for the history of the Midlands. To have the first helicopter lift and to be part of it is fantastic. So we set up a real huge milestone, and yeah, we achieved a successful lift, so great. One of the most standout moments for me on the project was the Christmas markets. I thought it was great to get the contractor team involved, and then the food bank was really good to just give back to the community. And the next one we're going to do is some CSR, so watch out guys. So my lasting memory for this project will probably be the collaboration, to be honest. Not so much the actual build itself, but the collaboration, the team spirit. So I don't class myself as a BT person, it's more of a combined delivery. So that for me is probably the best bit of this project. It's made it easy. Do I think we've achieved the project cornerstones? I think we have, given the climate and going through COVID, etc. I think we've done really well, and some of the exceptional kind of pieces are, as again, collaboration, team building, etc. And hopefully we can do some more things moving forward as a project team. A couple of months left, so yeah, look forward to it. My favourite football team for my sins is going to have to be West Bromwich Albion. It's only because I get to go and have free beers on the weekend with my brothers. My favourite food is probably going to be Thai food, and obviously my favourite actor is Tom Cruise.
Take this from Mission Impossible.
Bit of a risky business.
You'd have probably seen the goods lift that Steve alluded to at the firm.
It was risky business. Cocktail of Oblivion.
Few good menus.
Magnolia, the others, Cocktail, Mission Impossible 2, 3 and 4.
It will be an eyes wide shut, open for no shattered glass moment. Get rid of the pilot ever since.
Thanks for joining us on our virtual tour of ThreeSnowhill. I really hope you've enjoyed it and that we provided you with an exceptional experience. I'm going to go now, and we look forward to taking your questions and any feedback very shortly.